So, to carry on from last week, this week we're talking about having kids. I'm all for having kids. You adopt, you have your own combination thereof. As long as it's a good, loving environment, kudos. What I'm ranting about is how or why we have kids. I hear a lot of talk these days, people these days going, I want to have a kid. Okay, you don't have a significant other. You don't even have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or anything else like that. So were you planning on spontaneous generation? Also, I hear this coming from a lot of people who still live with mommy and daddy. Okay, you're still being taken care of. How do you plan on taking care of someone else? That's kind of the point of being a parent, is to take care of the kid. You can't just say, oh look, I have a kid, and just drop them off and just go somewhere else and la-di-da. You know, I know a guy, used to be friends with him, and he has 3 kids, and the economy hit him, and he had to go on food stamps and unemployment. Alright, that happens, but he would spend his money not on food and clothes for the kids like they need, but he would spend it on stuff for himself. Okay, the youngest one, who's 4 years old, last time I saw him, was not potty trained and still talking baby talk. Let's focus on him first, then buy yourself for yourself, and then go from there. And then I heard from a mutual friend that he had a 4th kid just to get more money from the government. You can't even take care of the 3 kids you do have. What the hell? Then I heard of this, one of my friends had a daughter with a girl, and the girl got full rights. I live in a conservative area, and as long as the woman is not a danger to herself or the child, she gets full rights. So he doesn't get to see his daughter that often. Okay, that happens too. Well, we fast forward a little bit, and now the mother's going, well, I still want to be young, have fun, and do stupid things, and the kid's just kind of, keeping me down, because, I always got to find a babysitter when I go to the clubs. So I guess I'm going to give you the full rights. In that case, Dad probably should have full rights in the first place. It's not about, being a parent is not a weekend job. You don't just say, I feel like being a parent now, but not now, and then, and not then, and no, it's just too inconvenient for me. I'll schedule you in sometime next week. No, you're a parent, and you're part of the kid's life the whole time. I've known enough kids where, the father didn't have all, full rights, and they came by every other weekend, and, the Wednesdays, whatever else. And granted, the dads were kind of scumbags, and they wouldn't show up every time. So the kids let down, they're just kind of like, is Dad coming this week? No, where's my daddy? And they would go months without seeing their child, and then all of a sudden show up and go, Daddy's here, and, the kid's ecstatic, and then they disappear for another couple months. No, the kid needs stability. And you got to decide if you're going to be part of the kid's life or not. You can't just, walk in and walk out whenever you feel like it. That's not fair to the kid. A lot of people think that having kids is a game. It's not. It's a life. And these lives can do stuff later. They can be president, they can be a lawyer, they can be a doctor, they can be anything if given the chance. But if you treat them like a game, if you treat them like it's not a real person, like it's not real, period, then you're really going to screw up their potential. And then they won't know which way's up, or they won't care because, well, I wasn't raised with that, and then we just kind of diminish our society even worse than it already is. Yeah, I know it's a little bit exaggerated, but look at the last few decades, when we had stable families versus non-stable families, and look at how things are going on now. How much of an exaggeration is it, really? So, that's my rant this week. Be active in your kid's life. Next week I'm going to tell you how to be active in your kid's life. It's going to be raising your kids. So, like I said last week, we'll just kind of make this a nice little continuation, and next week will be part 3, and I think that's as far as the whole kids going, having kids is going to go. So, bye-bye.